side. I was trying to figure out how to work my microphone and my camera, and there were some mishaps over there, and I couldn't get it working. But here I am, and we're working right now. So, on today's episode, we're gonna find out about finding your happiness. I do not have a special guest today, so it will just be listening to me. So let's talk a little bit about happiness. From my point of view, there are two kinds of happiness. One is the short term happiness, and one is a long term happiness. What do we actually want? I think most people like to have long term happiness, but they do not know how to get it. For an example, um, right now, recently, we have a latest iPhone that just came out. Everyone kind of wants it, and you would spend a lot of money trying to get it. And when you get it, you get your happiness. And at first, you'll be thinking, "Oh, this is what I really want. This is a short, long term happiness." But eventually, after this period pass, you'll be in a habit of having it already, and it soon becomes like, no, it's not what you really want. Eventually something new will come along, and you will eventually change from here to that. Now, why is that so? It's because this is what we call um short-term happiness. Okay, of course it's okay to have short-term happiness. This is not a problem with it, right? It's definitely good to have short-term happiness. I mean, it's easy, sometimes it's easier, right? But it does cost a little bit of our time for once, and it also costs us happiness, right? So this topic of happiness is actually a very broad topic. There's many things we can talk about, but I want to focus on a few things. The one of the things that I want to focus on being happy is the gratitude. Gratitude, simple as that. I mean, why is gratitude so important in finding our happiness? Uh, I'll tell you right now. Um, if you are grateful for things that are given to you or things that you already have, it makes it easier for yourself to feel a little bit happier. For example, I mean, there doesn't have to be, how do we say? It doesn't have to be any expensive stuff or big items, or I mean, it's just a simple thank you to your parents who have cooked breakfast for you, lunch or for you, or dinner for you. I mean, just a simple thank you makes them happy. Especially for students who sometimes takes the school bus to go to school. I mean, the drivers do their work. It's their job. They pick you up every morning. They take you to school. I mean, if you just say thank you to them as you get off the bus or as you get on the bus, it gives them a little bit of happiness. I'm pretty sure that is right. They will get happy. Now, in my profession, I'm a teacher, and so when I teach a class, and when actually a student says, "Thank you, teacher, for teaching us today," this makes it amazing. It makes me happy. It makes me feel good. It makes me want to go back and teach that class again because they appreciate it, and I like that. Right, and I like that. I don't think many people do that nowadays. Okay, so that's one. So let's go through a few things that I found out that could help us to understand more about gratitude. Okay, for example, um, keeping a journal, right? Keeping what we call a gratitude journal. I think it has been a trend before where people actually write down what they are grateful today. I mean, that's difficult. It's very difficult. But I bet if we do it and then we go back and we realize the things that we did, it actually makes you feel good and it becomes an experience for you. Now, there is a story that I would like to share. This happened well, many years ago, right? So I was, of course, walking down the street that day, and I decided I want to have lunch, and so I went to a nearby KFC. KFC is Kentucky Fried Chicken. If you guys didn't know that, so I went there, and I want to eat fried chicken that day, right? So I went there, and I saw a homeless person outside. He has a sign holding. I think his sign says, "Please give me some money. I'm hungry," and so I wanted to help him, but at the same time, I feel like I didn't want to give him cash because I feel like if I give him cash, he might take the money and do something else. And so what I did was I went inside KFC. I bought my meal, of course, and I also ordered another meal, an identical meal, and I wanted to give that meal to the homeless person outside of KFC. Now, For some reason that day, I felt it was interesting where the KFC the cashier said, "Is there anything else that I can help you with?" And I said, "Really? You gonna help me with more things?" And she said, "Yes. Is there anything I can help you with?" I was like, "Are you sure?" She said, "Yes." I said, "Okay. Well, could you take this meal and give it to the guy outside, the homeless person outside?" And she says, why don't you do it? I was like, "Oh, it doesn't feel good for me to, I feel I don't want to be thanked by that person. I feel like I just do it anonymously, right?" So I give it's like, yeah, just don't tell him that I give it, and just say, you guys give it, so it's fine, right? So kind of like pay for it. But yeah, anyway, so I did that, and I went away, right? And the KFC lady cashier, well, the cashier took the meal and went to give the old man. And while standing from afar, I was looking at them, and I realized that the old man was really happy he got the meal, and he actually thanked the cashier, and the cashier actually mentioned that it was not her, but it was someone else, right? But enjoy the meal. So the old man was happy that day, and he enjoyed the meal. I'm pretty sure he's happy, right? I don't really know, but I'm guessing he's happy. And so after a couple, weeks later or months later, I went back to the same KFC, and when I was there, uh, I ordered the meal, and the cashier remembered me and said, "Hey, I remember you. What's your name?" And said, "Oh, I told them my name, Dominic." And since then, um, whenever I go to KFC or go past KFC, when they see me, they want to give me some fried chicken, or give me some chicken nuggets or whatever, something extra. And I feel like, wow, I don't need this, but it's something that I'm thankful that I help someone, and at the same time, I'm rewarded. So I'm saying there is good reward there sometimes when we help people, but just don't expect too much. Just don't expect anything at all. I mean, helping people itself makes you feel good. All right. And so, like, sometimes when I teach, I'm a teacher. So when I teach things, if I do a little bit extra, I don't expect anything back in return. I don't really don't. I just want the students to learn new things and to experience, some joy in life. But at the same time, if I receive a thank you, that would make my day for sure, right? It's also because by saying thank you, you simply tell someone how much they mean to you, right? It could be a friend, or it could be a colleague, it could be, a teacher, it could be anyone on the street, right? Just saying thank you. The bus driver. I mean, this way of saying thank you helps you a lot. So there was a trend before on Facebook or TikTok where people actually write down all the stuff they are thankful for. I'm thankful for the weather. I'm thankful for the car. I'm thankful for the bus trip. I thank you for some small things. I mean, once we do that, we realize how thankful we are. Right. So this is it. Just be thankful that a lot of things happen, because when we feel happy about it, it makes us happy in the end, right? So this is what something like what we can say: pursue a healthy habit. Pursue a healthy habit. Okay, so gratitude comes hand in hand with another thing, which is positivity, right? uh, Being thankful makes you happy, and at the same time it creates this ambience for you, an aura for you, that you want to keep on helping people, and at the same time you will feel very positive about your life, and it makes me feel that I am important. I have been an anchor to someone. I have done something good for someone, right? I mean, I'm gonna say this for sure, it's not gonna be easy. Everyone's life is different. Everyone gets um hit by boulders or get hit by rocks. I mean, so we just have to, try our best. Don't take things for granted. I mean, definitely bad things gonna happen to you. Bad things gonna happen to me. We just have to think about the other aspects of it. Try to think a different perspective. I'll give you another example. This was a couple months ago where I was driving my car to work, and my car was doing something weird, and suddenly it broke down, and I was, let's say, probably about 1 kilometer away from my school. And so I parked the car and I walked to school. And it was, kind of hot day that day. I was sweating and everything, and I didn't feel so good. So by the time I got to school, I was kind of tired, right? So at that time, I was thinking, wow, it's bad. What a bad start I have. And so one of the students, actually, this was from a student actually, said, Teacher Dominic, you should be lucky and should be happy that the car did not break down on the highway, or did not break down on, like 3 kilometers or 2 kilometers away. It'll be even harder for you to walk. And I was like, yeah, that's right. That kind of thinking is what we should establish in ourselves, and be thankful that this thing did happen, but it was at a better place, or it's a better place. Okay, so, and there's another story very similar to this. This was on my motorcycle, and it had a breakdown on the highway. Now this was worse, on the highway, but it broke down right at the exit of the highway, where I almost got off the highway. I mean, wow, just imagine if I actually break down in the middle of the highway, it would cost me more money to get people to take me home. So I am thankful that a lot of things happen. Bad things do happen. Thankful for a lot of bad things that did happen, but at the same time, I'm thankful that it wasn't that bad. I mean, it could be worse, right? There's a saying, right? It could be worse. So that's it. I do not want to talk too much today because we don't have any guests, but I just want everyone to know that happiness, finding your happiness starts somewhere. And I bet that it should start with gratitude. Be having a gratitude in your life. Be grateful for all the things that has happened. I I need to learn that as well. I need to improve on that as well. So as we do this, I think as we do this, we all can better ourselves. We can have more positive idea, positive thinking, and have a better life. Okay. If you guys have any questions or any questions or any ideas for any topics that you wanted me to discuss in the future, please, leave a comment down there, and then I'll try to get back to you, and I'll try to answer your questions in the next episode. Okay. Well, that's it today. Remember, guys, finding your happiness starts with gratitude. Be grateful for your life. And that's it. That's it for today at Just Chat with Uncle Dominic. Hope to see you guys soon. Goodbye.